Most people spend this coin every day. They drop it in vending machines. They toss it in drawers. They never look twice. But collectors know a secret. The 1965 Washington quarter is one of the most dangerous coins to spend in American history. Because some versions of this coin are worth more than a car, more than a vacation, and sometimes more than a year's salary. Welcome to 1-cent coin value. This is the channel where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary money. If you love hidden treasure, big money, and shocking coin stories, stay with me to the end. What you learn today could change how you see every coin forever. Now let me tell you why the year 1965 is so important. In the early 1960s, America was in trouble. Silver prices were rising fast. People were pulling silver coins from circulation. They were hoarding them. Some were melting them. Banks were running out of coins. Stores could not make change. The U.S. Mint was under massive pressure. So in 1965, the government made a historic move. They removed silver from the Washington quarter. For over 170 years, U.S. coins had silver. Suddenly, it was gone. The new quarters were made of copper and nickel. To stop people from hoarding coins, the mint also removed all mint marks. No P. No D. No S. Just a date. 1965. Everything was rushed. Machines were adjusted fast. Old silver blanks were still around. Workers were overwhelmed. And when that happens, mistakes are made. Big mistakes. Here is the first shocking fact. Some 1965 quarters were struck on leftover silver planchets. They were never supposed to exist. But they do. And collectors go crazy for them. A normal 1965 quarter is worth 25 cents. But a 1965 quarter struck on silver can be worth thousands of dollars. One confirmed example sold for over $7,000. Another one reached more than $9,000 at auction. Same year. Same design. Totally different value. This is why people call it hidden treasure. Now I want you to listen closely. Because this part is important. This is how you check your coin. First, look at the edge. Hold the coin sideways. A normal 1965 quarter has a copper stripe on the edge. You can clearly see brown or orange color. A silver quarter does not have this stripe. The edge looks solid silver. If you see no copper line, stop. Do not spend that coin. Next, check the weight. A normal clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. A silver quarter weighs around 6.25 grams. That small difference means everything. Even a little heavier can mean big money. Now do the sound test. Drop the coin gently on a table. Silver makes a high, ringing sound. Clad coins sound dull and flat. This test alone has helped collectors find rare coins worth thousands. Now look at the color. Silver coins often have a soft gray or white tone. They do not look shiny like modern coins. Many have a smooth glow, not a mirror shine. If your coin passes even one of these tests, you may be holding life-changing value. But silver is not the only way this coin makes big money. The 1965 Washington quarter is also famous for errors. Errors happen when something goes wrong during the minting process. And collectors love errors. One major error is the off-center strike. This is when the design is not centered on the coin. You might see part of the coin blank with no design. These can sell for $300, $800, or even more than $3,000 depending on how off-center they are. Another valuable error is the double die. This happens when the design is stamped twice slightly off. Look closely at the word liberty. Look at "In God We Trust." If letters look doubled or blurry, you could have a double die error. Some of these have sold for thousands of dollars. Clipped planchet errors are also valuable. This is when part of the coin is missing because the metal blank was cut wrong. These coins can sell for hundreds or thousands. Broad strike errors happen when the coin spreads out too wide. These are also collectible and valuable. Now let me shock you again. There is no mint mark on any 1965 quarter. None. This confuses many people. Some think no mint mark means rare. That is not true. What matters is the metal, the strike, the error, and the condition. Condition is huge. A 1965 quarter in mint state with sharp details, no wear, and clean surfaces can be worth much more than a worn coin. Some high-grade examples have sold for hundreds even without silver or major errors. Here is a real auction story. A collector found a strange 1965 quarter in a roll from the bank. It felt heavier. The edge looked wrong. It was tested and confirmed as silver. That coin later sold for over $7,000. It came from pocket change. Another collector inherited a jar of coins from a family member. Inside was a 1965 quarter with doubling on the letters. That coin sold for several $1,000s after grading. These are not dreams. These are real stories. This is why you must never clean your coin. Cleaning destroys value. Even if a coin looks dirty, leave it alone. Collectors want original surfaces. Cleaning can turn a $1,000 coin into a $10 coin instantly. Right now, thousands of people are watching this video and realizing something. They have seen this coin before. They may even have one right now. And that feeling you have in your stomach? That excitement? That is the feeling of hidden treasure calling. Big money does not always come in stacks of cash. Sometimes it comes in a small silver-looking coin you almost spent. Here is what you should do today. Go through your change. Check every 1965 quarter. Look at the edge. Check the weight if you can. Listen to the sound. Look closely for errors. If something feels wrong or different, stop and protect that coin. Get it checked by a professional. Consider grading. One smart move could unlock life-changing value. And remember this. There are still undiscovered 1965 silver quarters out there. Still hiding. Still waiting. The next one could be in your hand. That is why you must always check your change. That is why 1-cent coin value exists. Because big money hides where no one is looking. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe now. The next video could reveal another coin worth even more. And I don't want you to miss it. Check your coins. Protect your treasure. And I'll see you in the next one.